Good morning, everybody. I'm Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today behind me I have a really cool 6-horse Logan Bullseye XL. So XL kind of gives us a couple little add-ons. First and foremost, gives us a bit of more stall area. So talking about stall area, overall floor length on the 6-horse is just a hair under 30 feet. I think we're 29.4. And then with our gooseneck, that makes us just about 38 feet nose to tail on it. If you're looking for those numbers, we are a 7-foot tall trailer as well. So again, we talked about the XL. That's given us some extra stall space. It's given us an escape door on driver's side as well at our first horse, and a few other little features that this trailer is equipped with as well. And you can't miss it behind me right now either, is the Trainers Tack. So really big Trainers Tack. We'll get into that, but first and foremost, we'll talk a little bit about our hitch and some of the equipment we've got underneath our gooseneck here. We've got some things that make life really easy under here, but first and foremost, 2 5/16 inch gooseneck coupler, safety chains. Always use your safety chains, folks. And then we've got a breakaway cable stowed away, tied up there now for the time being. A lot of adjustability in these goosenecks. All our trailer manufacturers has finally caught up to the taller bed heights of our modern late model trucks. So we can get these trailers riding level now. We have a lot of customers saying, you know, my old trailer's just scraping up my tailgate, or I just can't get it to ride level, or I don't have that clearance. And really everybody, Logan especially, has done a nice job. We've got a lot of clearance with these, and we have a lot of adjustability with these goosenecks too. So working our way underneath here, we've got some really nice creature comforts. First and foremost, we'll just talk very quickly about a matching spare. 14 ply tires on this guy, aluminum wheels. Spun this one around just to save face a little bit on it and buy it a little bit more life. You'll see quickly too, everywhere around underneath this gooseneck and around this hitch, and we'll talk more about it inside the horse compartment, is Logan's Vortex liner. But creature comforts, things that make life really easy. First and foremost, electric over hydraulic jack, controlled over here with a keyed switch too. Added security as well, so it's fast, it's quick, it's easy. No more cranking in the heat of summer or on a cold winter day. Easy press of a button, on and off, up and down. And then again, like I said, keyed too, so a bit of added security with that. Very easily pop that key out of there, take it with you, and know that you've just got one more little added safety measure to it. So whenever you get the electric jack on these, or the hydraulic jack on these, excuse me, you do get a 12-volt deep cycle service on them. Really nice added feature with the 12-volt deep cycle is that you're able to run any of your exterior floodlights or your interior lights within the horse compartment or your tack rooms or our trainer's tack, for instance, in this trailer. So even when you're not hooked to a tow vehicle, nice little bonus with that. Because of that, and the ability, especially on a larger trailer like this, to leave a light on and not see it on when you're walking away from the trailer, what we suggest and what we equip all our trailers with now is a nice battery disconnect. So easy way, flip everything off, flip everything back on. Our suggestion to customers is, whether you're leaving it for the night or you're leaving it for the season, flip that off. That way you always know this is charged. You're not going to run into any issues. But in case you don't use these trailers a lot, they do sit quite a bit. They've also equipped these with Logan from the factory is a nice little battery tender on these. So great way to buy a ton of life out of your batteries. Really good to extend the health of your batteries that way. Keep them topped up and always know that you're going to be ready to go. If you are using this trailer as a bit of a tack room, we have a lot of customers say, hey, listen, I've got limited barn space. I've got limited room in my barn. I do use my tack room in my trailer as my tack room at home or at my barn where I board. And so I use those lights quite a bit. So you have that ability to keep this battery topped up even if you're not hauling the trailer. Very easy. Plug it in, standard 110 plug, and you're good to go. You will see quickly over here on our battery tray, this is our 7-pin connector. Standard 7-pin. All our late model trucks are equipped with this. Make sure you have a good connection between this. This is running everything from your lights, your turn signals, your brakes. Now we have reverse lights on a lot of our trailers, running those, as well as our brakes on our trailer axles as well. So make sure you've got a good positive connection. As you can see, we're running it through a little battery box to show you some running lights and parking lights alike. So get into one of the really cool features about this trailer. It's the Trainer's Tack. First and foremost, big double doors on this guy. We've got brush boxes in both doors, and you'll see that we're fully carpeted as well. So We've got some hooks above the windows. Nice to have that carpeted below those, keep things from banging around, and then sound deadener as well a little bit. Logan too, very quickly, on a lot of their larger trailers are equipping them with TPMS sensors. Can watch your tire pressures from in your cab of your truck. Sensors are already in our wheels and tires. Got a little transmitter under the gooseneck, and then you carry that monitor right with you in the cab of your tow vehicle, and you can keep an eye on things just as you would with your tow vehicle. So nice to know your pressures. If you do develop a slow leak, you're able to keep an eye on it like that. So again, talked about the double doors, gives you a ton of access into here, and then right away, you can't miss it. We've got double tiers of 4 saddle racks, and then we've got a blanket bar right down the middle. And this is on a bit of a track. So first and foremost, we can adjust these saddle racks up and down on their post. No tools needed actually. Just a little knob on the side. Up and down, anywhere you want to put them. That one doesn't, there it goes. It wants to move now. And if you want to add some, if you want to subtract a couple of these and pull a couple of these off, you will need a couple tools. But you can move this bar along this track as well too. So if we decide we don't want the blanket poles, we want to pull that off, very easy to do that with a couple of tools. And then we can slide both of these saddle rack posts together and buy ourselves a little more room to access some of our bridle hooks that we have on this slant wall. Again, double tiered saddle racks, or double tiered bridle hooks, so a lot of storage options with this. If you're hauling 6 horses, depending on your discipline, you can very easily fill that rack up with headgear and the like. So again, carpeted on that back wall too, so acts as a really nice sound deadener. We are sharing that space, that wall, with our stock area, our horse area behind us, so nice to keep the noise down there. And then we've all seen our used trailers running down the road. Gonna help our resale big time. We're not gonna leave all those marks that we see on our metal and aluminum trailers going down the road that have had those halters and bits and headgear alike running down the road, hitting it up. Same on this front wall as well, where we're sharing with our gooseneck drop wall. We do have some hooks tucked back in there behind that saddle rack. But like I said, this saddle rack, this blanket pole rack, and our second row of saddle racks as well can all slide on this post back and forth as well. So you've got a lot of versatility with it. You have kind of make it your own. If, like I said, if you're not going to use all those saddle racks, you can certainly pull one all post off. If you're not going to use the pole rack, very easily pull that whole post off and slide things to better suit your needs, better suit how you're going to use the trailer. But again, with this trainer's tack on these trailers, tons of storage, tons of spots to hang some saddles, hang your gear, and keep yourself organized, keep the stuff out of your tow vehicle, and easy access to it right here on the side of the trailer. We'll close up these doors, slam latch on that guy, spring loaded, really nice to use. And then our normal cam lock with the paddle latch down here as well. And so that's keyed. So you'll get a set of keys for the trailer. We'll get a set for our jack separate to that, and then you'll get a master set to the trailer itself. It will take care of all your tack room doors that we'll see, or our access to our gooseneck on the driver's side. Also this padlock or this paddle latch as well. And it'll be all for our drop windows as well. So you can very easily lock this trailer up tight. We talked a little bit about security and being able to do that, with your jack being keyed, and then your ability to lock this up tight and protect your belongings. So we'll work our way down the trailer a little bit. You'll see the side profile of it. First and foremost, we are big oversized bus windows on the hip side. We can move a lot of air through these. These aren't the standard size bus windows that we used to see in trailers. They've gotten big and oversized. Nice to move a lot of air through our horses' backs, over our horses' backs that way. And then just above those bus windows, you will see 6 foot of hay rack. Really nice added space. We talk a ton about wanting to store our tack, wanting to be able to put a spot for our tack trunks, having a spot to sleep for a quick weekend getaway or trail ride with some friends. We don't always talk about that. Where am I going to put bedding to bed at the show? Where am I going to put the hay to support the 6 horses I'm going to take on that weekend show? So the hay racks, even on the smaller 2 and 3 horse trailers, are getting more and more popular, especially with these goosenecks. You don't have that ability in the bed of your truck to store your hay. So nice to be able to throw it up there. Really easy if you've got a loader or a bobcat or something like that on your farm, or back it up maybe to your hay loft if you have that ability too. load up your hay. You've got 6 foot of space up there, pretty open too, so pretty easy to tie some stuff down if you want to do a little bit of stacking and get creative and play a little Tetris. So working down along the side, we talked about the bus windows, oversized, getting a lot of air through those. And then we've got some tie rings here on this passenger side as well. So ton of tie rings all over this trailer. We're a 6-horse trailer. Obviously not everybody gets along in the equine world, so who knows why, but we can always choose to tie a few on the opposite side of the trailer. Parking doesn't allow either. Really nice to have that ability to use both sides of the trailer as intended, and you've got some floodlights above them too to light up either those early mornings or late nights. Talk very quickly about running gear on this trailer. We are on 14 ply, 16-inch aluminum wheels, 14 ply tires, really stout running gear on these. And then we're 7,000 pound Dexter torsion axles with electric drum brakes. So always make sure you have a functioning brake controller. A fluid setting on a trailer like this especially, you are going to increase your weight significantly if you load it full of 6 horses and full of tack. So always remember that number's ever changing. It's not a set it and forget it. Empty, it's set at 4, you know, loaded, you maybe set at 8. It's a good kind of example of that fluidity and how you're always changing too. Weather conditions too. Always remember that. So make sure you've got a functioning brake controller. Make sure you have that ability to control the brakes of your trailer and safely stop your rig. So very important, especially with a trailer of this weight and size. So we'll work our way around to the back, get into the load area of this. We left our doors closed for just a second. I want to show you a couple little things on the tail of this trailer. Logan's done a really nice job with LEDs on all our marker lights and our DOT lights, also our floodlights. Another nice touch that they do now on a lot of their trailers, all of their trailers in fact, is a reverse light as well. So we talked about that in our 7-pin connection. It's no change to that connection at all. It's just been a very underutilized part of that system. So really nice, very integrated right into that tail light. Adds a lot of light on a big trailer like this. You're far away from your tow vehicle, which is the only thing that's going to have a reverse light for you. So nice to be able to light things up. Even if you're at home and you just have that reference point that you use every night when you back in, having that reverse light helps out quite a bit too. Real quickly before I open this door too, this is your control switches for some exterior floodlights right over our rear doors and both sides, and then as well as our interior lights of our horse area. So we talked a little bit about Logan and the black coating on everything. You see it on our kick walls, you'll see it on the front, you'll see it underneath our rubber mats as well. Vortex lining holds up really well. It's comparable to a truck bed liner, but again, they're using it on the gooseneck drop walls right behind our tow vehicles. We're using it in all of our stock compartments, whether it's stock trailers or horse trailers, and it holds up really well. Has a bit of an anti-slip property to it, a little bit of a rough texture to it, but again, holds up really well to all the conditions, whether it's our horses on the back or rock trips from our tow vehicles working our way from our tow vehicle, kicking up from our tires. So we talked rubber matted floor, and then Logan's done an aluminum floor with some gaps there, so allows for a lot of drainage, and then more of that Vortex lining too. So really protects these floors, does a really nice job, and easy to clean out too. So pull these rubber mats once a year depending on your usage. You know, don't leave a lot of wet stuff sitting in here over a long period of time, but pull your mats once a year, wash these out. It'll drain really nicely through these floors and you won't have any standing water or any rot issues or anything like that. Working our way inside, we're standard dividers. Our rearmost divider is a telescoping just so we can fold it flat against this driver's side wall. Needed that bit of extra space to get it tucked in just here on that last stall again, but nice to be able to tuck all these against this driver's side wall, have it wide open. You'll see each one of them is equipped with a little double-ended snap so we can hold them. We are leaning a little bit today to the passenger side and they seem to be holding themselves pretty well, but nice feature to have to clip all those into the side depending on what you're loading up in here. And then you'll see our number one stall is a big stud gate as well. Nice to have this option, whether you're going to use it for storage. We have that escape door or the man door there on driver's side in this first stall. So we have a ton of customers that say, I really end up using this for storage. We can eliminate some of that now with that hay rack, obviously, but still, if you're putting some muck tubs and some tools and some rakes and forks and stuff like that in here, and water buckets and the like, very comfortably can stack it all up in there. Know that you're not going to have anything fall up under, come rolling under our typical divider. You've got the stud divider to hold it there as well. And then Logan has done a nice little add-on with this trailer as well. If you do enter in from your escape door, especially with a big stud divider like this, it's tough to get back into here, especially if you're running open or something like that, or between shows, and need to get back into the horse compartment without opening your rear doors. You can simply pull up this little pole and let yourself right in there, and then all their latches are spring loaded as well on a slam latch. So again, really easy to walk in here with horses, get them loaded up, shut them in and close them in. And they do a nice job. There's a bit of foam behind these as well, so really trying to quiet that connection of these as well, so you don't get a lot of that rattling that we've always gotten with our steel trailers. And again, really nice feature, one-handed, pops right back out again. We're always, it's nice that trailer manufacturers are thinking about the fact that we're not walking in here with two open hands to do dividers. We've always got a horse in our hand working these trailers. So again, nice that they think about those features. And then we did talk very quickly about the XL part of this Bullseye package, and that's buying us about 3 to 4 more inches of space in each of our stalls. So making our overall floor length a little longer than a standard 6-horse. But we've also got that trainer's tack as well, so that's adding to it as well. Telescoping divider pops right out. Pin is spring loaded. And we're all closed up and we're all loaded up. Got a little bit extra space back here for the rear horse. Enables you just a little bit of room to spin them around if you like when you're unloading. Close this guy back up. Work our way over to the driver's side. And driver's side on a lot of horse trailers is pretty simple and not many frills. The Logan on this case, we've got a lot going on over here. First and foremost, on our corner, we've got our ladder access to our hay rack. Solid mount, no hardware, nothing to fuss with, very easy up and down, no frills or anything like that. And again, very easy access to that hay rack to throw down what you need for your show. And then really the best part about this trailer, summertime, a 90-degree day, you have 6 horses on a trailer this size, it's going to be hot in there. So we didn't talk about them while we were inside, but we've got 2-way roof vents to move a lot of air. And then secondly, every single horse has got a drop window on this trailer. So they look a little closed off. Logan does a little rubber meshed kind of net, fly masky type material almost. Just as an added little safety feature for any road debris or bugs flying down the road. But we have got tons of airflow with that. Tons of airflow. And then with these jail bars, little spring loaded, real easy to gain access to there. And then it's wintertime in Colorado. It's February to be specific. So you have that ability too, that if you don't want to push a bunch of 10-degree air over them at 70 miles an hour, you can crack some of these bus windows. So really nice to close all these guys up, depending on what kind of load you got and how full you have your trailer for the day. Crack a couple of these bus windows. You can still move a ton of fresh air through these trailers with these bus windows. And you have that ability. And one more thing before we work our way to the escape door is, you've all probably noticed by now, I'm a bit vertically challenged. Logan does a great job with this bar. Instead of having to reach all the way up for that latch or climbing up on here on the running board and hanging off a tie ring and using all my hands and then an extra one to try and open it, they've done a nice little spring-loaded bar right there. Just a real simple addition to these guys. Drop that window down and you don't have to reach. You don't have to reach until you untuck your shirt and you can get there. And nice, easy. The drop windows, you do have to slam a little bit. Once in a while we get a customer that'll say, you know, they're not quite latching perfect or I can't get them to close. You got to put a little oomph behind them. So even did a drop window in the escape door. So a little bit smaller on size, but still have that airflow, still have that ability, even on your number 1 horse, to push a lot of that air through. And then, like I said, we've got this escape door. We have a ton of customers that say, hey, I really just use it for storage. I have so many horses at home. I want that ability to evacuate if I need to, but I really only take 2 with me every day or something like that. And even on a trailer like this, we very much assume that it will be very much utilized for storage, and you have that ability with that stud divider. So LED lighting inside these trailers too, have individual control of those too. So pop them all on from the back, and then you can pop a few on or off as you like, individually switch too. So paddle latch, manual door latch, and then all of our latches on our drop windows too are key to like. And then we'll get to our gooseneck little small tack room area that we've got in here. Still a real nice area to throw a mattress if you want, but also key to like in that door as well. So stepping in here real quick, you'll see more of our Vortex liner. We've got a couple light switches here right at the door as well. So we've got a floodlight right above our door, right above us now. And then we've also got control of our tack room light as well. So Vortex liner in here. Again, it's a nice sound deadener. It's a nice gritty surface that allows you to do be rough with it, and you don't have to worry about scratching it if it was, you know, your typical white sheet panel or something like that. So gooseneck drop wall right here, really nice storage box, very deep, very tall. Again, the versatility with the storage in this trailer, and just kind of to make it your own, to use it what you want. If you want to throw your water buckets in here and have the ability at your first stop to be able to grab those first thing when you're hopping out of your driver's seat of your truck, you can. If you want it to be a spot where you're storing a bunch of extra blankets and you're traveling in wintertime and you just want to keep them out of the way but have quick access to them if you need them, really nice with this, what we call a boot box, but certainly can be used for anything you want. Secondary use for that, great spot to have a seat, change your clothes, change your boots if you need to, take a little bit of a break. And then secondarily to that, great little step to get up into our gooseneck. So standing up in here in our gooseneck, it is a cozy little spot up here. We do have some LED lights. It is carpeted, so really nice with that. And we've done windows on either side, so you can get a bit of cross ventilation. Like I said, if you want to throw a bedroll up here, if you're hauling horses, if you're doing a little training and you need a spot to take a nap, really nice to be able to pop a couple of those screened windows open, get a little breeze going through here. And whether it's a long weekend that you're spending trail riding with friends, or you're working at a show and you need a spot to get away, really nice. And again too, storage, if you've got a ton of totes, Rubbermaid totes that you want to store up here, really nice, easy spot, easy access to get into them. And again, just kind of a blank slate, not losing that benefit of having a gooseneck and losing any of that storage that we get with those gooseneck areas as well. Close this guy back up and give you a good look at the side, driver's side of this trailer. Trainers Tack Logan, Bullseye XL. So the XL's giving us that escape door. It's giving us some bigger stall area, so we're a little bit of a bigger footprint than we typically would be on our normal 6 horses. But again, 2025 Logan. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is luke.sullivan@transwest.com. We'll link that down below. My phone number is 859-509-1282. Feel free to call me. Feel free to text me if you have questions about your tow vehicles, if you have questions about weights. We are happy to answer those for you and get you matched up with the right truck for your trailer, right trailer for your truck. And we can also help you with trucks too. We sell those as well. So if you have any questions about this trailer specifically, please feel free to check it out on our website. You can reference it with the stock number 5N241435. Have a nice day, everyone. También hablo español.